While everyone's watching the front door for XRP ETFs, the real story might be sneaking in through the back door. And we're talking about a massive $1 billion accumulation that is quietly taking place. And it could be the real catalyst that eventually sends XRP higher, with or without ETF headlines. Everyone's laser focused right now on what they think is the main event, the likely approval of spot XRP ETFs. And don't get me wrong, that's huge, and we've got over 20 of them filed. But they might be missing the real story. See, a quiet institutional power play that could be an even bigger deal. That's what we're going to break down in this video. We're going to connect the dots and talk about why these two events are creating what looks like the perfect storm for XRP moving forward. But first, let's cover the story everyone's talking about because it really does set the stage. The buzz around a spot XRP ETF in the United States is at a fever pitch. Prediction markets are showing overwhelming confidence, with some even giving it a high probability of approval by the end of this year. We already have Litecoin, HBAR, and Solana that just went live days ago. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's based on some serious groundwork. For starters, a lot of regulatory fog around XRP has finally started to clear after Ripple's major legal victory against the SEC. One of the biggest barriers for institutional adoption has been knocked down. Second, the right infrastructure starting to fall into place. XRP futures started trading on major exchanges like the CME Group earlier this year, which is a critical stepping stone for the SEC to go with spot ETFs and give them the green light. So we've seen this movie play out before with Bitcoin and Ethereum. When their ETFs launched, it opened the floodgates for billions of dollars, completely changing the game, especially for Bitcoin. And some are predicting an XRP ETF could pull in anywhere from $4 to $10 billion in its first year alone. This has led to a flurry of new price predictions. And I don't get caught up too much in price predictions. If you guys watch my XRP content, I don't sit here and say it's going to 1,000 or 10,000 or $352 or whatever that crazy number is, 389 or whatever. I don't get caught up in that, but I am invested heavily in XRP, and I was accumulating at 50 cents because it was undervalued. And that's strictly what I look at. And then from there, I create my price points where I slowly take profits and still hold a long-term bag. That's my strategy, and I think I'm a lot different than a lot of other YouTubers out there, especially XRP content creators. I'm not here to feed you what you want to hear, but I am going to give you real information and real strategies, and I'm going to keep it real with my audience. So if you guys aren't yet subscribed, definitely do so and lock in, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. We put out a ton of content. We don't talk about just one thing, but XRP is one thing we do talk about every single day, seemingly, on the channel. But I want to get into the real story, this billion-dollar accumulation. We've talked about this a little bit in the past, but this whole Evernorth thing, it's a Ripple-backed digital asset treasury firm, and we've seen this happen with Bitcoin, we've seen it happen with Ethereum, and it's going to be run by former Ripple executive Ashish Birla, and their mission is straightforward: acquire 1 billion XRP dollars worth of XRP and build the world's largest XRP treasury. And they're not messing around. On-chain data shows that Evernorth has been buying aggressively, scooping up 389 million XRP, hitting 95% of its $1 billion goal in just a few days. Some may ask, well, I'm not seeing it in the price. It's because a lot of these deals that are being done now, because we're in an institutionally driven bull market, they're happening OTC or over the counter. So we're not going to feel the price now, but it's great for the long-term price action of these assets. The same thing's happening with Bitcoin. The same thing's happening with Ethereum. Like recently, Tom Lee at Bitwise just bought 113 million more Ethereum. And everybody's just like, why didn't the price move? Because it's all OTC deals. But Evernorth is backed by some of the biggest names in crypto, including Ripple, SBI Holdings, Pantera Capital, Kraken, and Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen. This is smart money making a big coordinated play to build an institutional grade home for XRP before the mainstream catches on. And this is the kind of insight the mainstream is missing. They see the ETF headlines, but they don't see the strategic buying right under their noses. And if you're getting value, again, from this breakdown, appreciate me connecting the dots for you. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on, because this story is moving fast and you don't want to miss out on what happens next. But let's connect the dots. You have the likely approval of spot XRP ETFs, ready to unlock a new wave of institutional demand. Billions of dollars that were stuck on the sidelines will finally have a regulated, easy way into XRP. And then you've got Evernorth executing a $1 billion buying strategy. So what happens when we see a shrinking supply of XRP? It's Econ 101. Many of you probably took that class in college. This is the textbook definition of supply shock. While the ETFs create buying pressure, Evernorth Treasury makes sure that there's less XRP available to buy. It's a powerful 1-2 punch that could seriously amplify the price of both events. So what could this all mean for us? What could it all mean for you, the XRP holder? It means those price targets that once seemed like a pipe dream could look a little bit more plausible. And I'm still looking at a $5 to $8 target at some point during this cycle. And that's midterm goal, right? But for years, the XRP community has held on through thick and thin, believing in the tech. Now it looks like the patience might be on the verge of an historic payoff. And everybody has a different goal with what they want out of XRP, what they want out of crypto. Every asset you own, you should have a particular goal with that asset. But right now I'm seeing a rare convergence of events with ETFs and Evernorth. And it's the perfect storm, a demand shock meeting a supply shock. It's the combination that could propel XRP adoption levels to levels we've never seen before. The next few months could be wild. The prices are all moving into place. But I want you to know what you think with I want to know what you guys think with the ETFs and the $1 billion accumulation. What's your goal with XRP? And again, if you want to stay ahead of the curve, guys, make sure you are locked in. Of course, you can find me not only here on YouTube, but I'm everywhere on X and also over at our Patreon. Would love for you guys to come on over and join us over here. This is a phenomenal opportunity for you guys to get exclusive video content, full portfolio access, buy and sell alerts, everything when you become an Inner Circle member. So thank you all so much for watching the video and the breakdown. I appreciate each and every one of you. Check out the link down below to the Patreon if you're interested, and make sure you guys come back for more videos just like this.